Yep. Go for it.
I'm good.
Go ahead and look at how did it turn out?
I mean, you got eaten through in areas
Yep.
along the bottom there.
Okay, sure.
There's a few cracks in the frames here and on the other side that became exposed where.
I'm not too unsurprised. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Well, you could see, like here, it was when it was hit and buckled, it started to separate the factory weld there.
Yep.
But yeah, and here.
Yep. Knew about
And then
that.
you had the saw cut there. And then on the other major issue I
I
see
did that.
is the corner brackets. Make sure that the corner bracing is solid.
Yep. So some of this is stuff I've got to redo. It's some of my own work on that rail there.
Right. Okay.
And when I turn it back over, I've got a couple more spots to fill in. So to include this one right here. And you didn't paint this, did you?
No, that's bare metal.
My goodness, I would have thought it would be shiny for some reason.
Yeah.
When you sand it, it's turns shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like a really nice job. You can see here too where it's
Yeah.
even more
looks like
buckled in.
He backed into something or he got hit on this side.
I'm pretty sure he got hit on the left side, and that's where you see
Yep, that's where it sucked
this.
there, and then crumpled in here. Those are basically, quote, the crumple zones.
Yeah.
And then it pulled that side over, and that gave you the rack.
Mm-hmm.
Because this isn't a high car. So
No.
it would have got pushed under something, which would have twisted it like.
Yeah. And this is the stuff that, is it Donnie?
Donnie, yeah.
Donnie will be fixing for me at the beginning of November. So.
Yeah, oh yeah, he'll take care of that, no problem. Believe me, I've done frames that look like a mess. I did a 65 Shelby Mustang that the whole frame was brazed back together basically
Lord.
many years ago, and everybody goes, man, I'm taking that. That's when you sandblast,
Huh?
it draws the heat. So any oils inside of that tube come
Oh,
through
yeah.
because it creates the heat and
Mhm.
it just pulls the oils out.
Yeah, I gotcha. Any other obvious oh my goshes or holy cows or
No, I mean, just that, and the focus, just getting these seams filled on the top again.
Yep.
You know, where,
Oh, yeah.
where it was broke there. That's the big concern because of how these were made. Then it got its strength, but it's two pieces put together.
yeah. All right, and
the main crumple there, make sure that that's solid.
yeah, once Donnie straightens this, I'm gonna put some bracing on the areas that
Right.
yeah, and I'll weld those on.
Yeah, once it's like say all straight and everything, then it'll be.
So I understand that since I'm a first customer, I get this free.
Yeah. I wish.
All right, well that's enough for now. And here it is, back in the garage. So I've had a better chance to look it over. I had to return the truck and some other stuff and eat. Looking at it closely, some repairs there to do. There, that's gonna be easy. This, I don't know if it'll be easy, but I can certainly do it. I'll have to cut out a lot of that and form and weld and stuff. You can still see the sand in the crevices. I'll be blowing that out for eons probably. And oddly enough, and I just can't fathom this, this is not painted, nor is it primed or anything else. This is how metal looks after it's been sandblasted. I don't know if you can tell, but that surface is awfully rough. Nothing through here that I plan to address, except for those nails. I'm certainly not going to fill it in and body work it like I would with Bondo or whatever, but I've got some repair there to do. That'll be easy like I did on the other side, which, let's see, where is it? Yeah, this is the side that I did. I've got some fill there. That was a pour weld. I don't remember if this was a pour weld or it needs work. I think that was just a pour weld. Anyway, at any rate, I'll weld that and grind down the weld and call that a day. And so let's work my way back. I've got some repair there to do. That's me and my angle grinder. Some finish up in this area here. Looks like I welded. Welded didn't. Well, maybe it did fare well. At some point, I'll be turning this thing upside down to get to the welds underneath and strengthen that kind of stuff. But I'm not too displeased. I'm actually pretty tickled. Not that you can tell too well now that it's. Well, anyway, you can really see where the buckling was. That was an old support, I do believe, for a battery box, I think. Actually, I don't know, now that I think of it, because maybe that was a repair, who knows, that little stuff right there. I'll probably just grind that down and see what's left and then repair it, but I don't remember that being. Maybe I'll go through my old pictures. I don't know what the hell it was, but it's just a bunch of slag that I'll take off. And again, you can see how the frame is just a little bit twisted. This way. And it's definitely, you can tell it how it's twisted that way. Rest of it though, there's that. I'll have to fix that when this is done. Talking with the guy, he's got some experience with this kind of thing, so he gave me some tips and pointers and what to do and that kind of a thing, so that's going to be very welcome. And then filling that in as well. That's not going to be tough either, but I'll find something. Again, there's that to do. Don't know what that is, but welding splatter, I guess. Who knows, but not any work I did. And the rest of it was, very good. This, I'll have to take care of that before I paint it. That's oil. Whatever is between this and the other side, that tube there had wax or oil in it, and that's not unsurprising. I do understand that this is something that was common for these frames. They put oil in the center of them to help prevent the rust, so that's nice. And everything else is in fair to good condition. I have a cat inside who's meowing. You can hear me out here talking. And again, I'm not displeased. I'm not sure what I expected. I don't know if I expected shiny metal. I mean, he told me very, very specifically it won't be shiny, but I just don't care. It's going to be covered up with everything else once all the repairs and everything else are done. So I am not an unhappy camper. I'm quite the opposite, in fact. And now I gotta go do dishes. It sucks. But, yep, very, very excited. So I just turned this thing on the side just for the heck of it to see if I could. And, of course, I could. It was very easy. Yeah, there's quite a bit of rework there. That's the side that got hit on, so I'm not surprised. Again, I'm not bitching. I bought the car knowing that it had some issues at one point, so there it is. And then on the other side, a little bit of a crack there. So I'll need to watch for that when I get back from the frame straightener. This at one point held the body onto the frame, and that silvery stuff isn't Bondo or goop. It's actually braze. It's a braze weld. So I'll need to take that down. I think he missed a little bit there, but yeah. I'll take that off with a screwdriver or something. And then some repairs, some finishing, really. This is one of the seat rails that I had put in, and I knew that, for it to form onto the frame like I wanted it to, I cut it up like that so it would be easy to bend. And I intended to leave it as is until I had it in a state like this where I could turn it over and get to it easier. Welding from underneath has never been a forte of mine, and in fact I have no skill in it at all. So I didn't even want to attempt it. So looks like somebody tried to jack it up there. Nothing I can do about that, but I thought this was entertaining, all the sand coming out of it. Underside of the, I'd call it a cross member, but I don't know what I'd call it a cross member, but that looks okay. Some repair in there for me to do. Again, there's that oily spot from when it heated up. I don't see any rust in there. No structural degradation in there. That's good. Sand. No issues up in there. That's good. And all the anchor points for the suspension are good too. Obviously, I didn't take these off. It was such a pain in my ass that I just said screw it, left them on there, and did a nice job. Real nice job. Left the castle nut on, but that's fine. I've got a bunch of these. Got from Moss. Oh yeah, look at all that. Yeah, baby. And again, that'll be easy to repair. I'll probably leave it as is, or repair it like it is right there. Be awfully easy. Yep. I've got some seam sealer that I'll be putting in areas like there. I know this is going to make everybody puke, but I intend on taking these off completely. Well, actually, this might be an easy time for them to come out with a screwdriver. Who knows? But I've got no fasteners on this side, no captive ones. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Some of them would take off. Oh, look at that. There's damage there. Captive nut. I may just zorch them all off with my angle grinder and use nylock nuts. But I've not decided yet. But I probably should soon. That, I'll probably... Oh, that's the old battery box. Leave that there, as if it's hurting anything. You can see my wonderful welds. God, I'm just excited as hell about this. Oh. Oh yeah, look at this. An old repair. So this thing must have been effed the F up. And it doesn't look like it's a braze weld. But, so this was probably yanked off. I don't know if you recall in a prior picture, I had a hole back here that I had to fill. That's probably where the old battery box, corner from here or here, went up. It got ripped off, so I hope to God I don't have a bad frame. I mean, this looks like such an easy repair, but there's so much of it to worry about. I may, once this is done and straightened, I may grind all this stuff down so it looks decent, add some gusseting to it, call it a day, maybe. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. What I could do also is pour a whole bunch of rust inhibitor down to the pipe here, since it's up on its side at some point. I don't know. Maybe. I got options. I'm just so happy it's done. I have a way forward now. I mean, truly, seriously.